Hi everyone! Did you know that you can spell whiskey both with and without an E? This is why you will find that whiskey nerds, such as myself, will often spell whiskey with parentheses around the E. And whether whiskey is spelled with or without an E tends to be regional based. Irish whiskey and American whiskey use the E, whereas everywhere else tends to drop the E from whiskey. And of course, there are numerous exceptions to this rule. Maker's Mark does not use the E. They say this is a nod to the founder, William Samuel Sr., his Scottish heritage. George Dickel also drops the E because they believe that their whiskey is smooth and mellow like Scottish whiskey. And Old Forester doesn't use an E in whiskey because they started producing their whiskey before the E was mainstream in the US. Now, the E first popped up in whiskey in Ireland in the 1800s as a way for Irish distillers to set themselves apart from their neighbors, the Scottish distillers. Thomas Street Distillery, founded by Peter Rowe, is said to be the first distillery to start using an E in whiskey. And then the Irish immigrants brought the spelling whiskey with an E with them to the US. Ultimately, it is up to the distillery to decide whether or not they want to spell whiskey with or without an E. And then, of course, it's up to the government to approve that spelling on the label. And even though it is common for distilleries in the US to spell whiskey with an E, the US Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau does not use an E in whiskey. Isn't that neat?